Kia ora tamariki, what's up? Today we're going to paint a landscape, a tree and some grass. Once you've painted in the mountain range, rub the bottom with the damp rag just to transition the horizon there into the mountains. And now I'm going to start using the old Bob Ross technique with the 1-inch bit of cardboard, or it's about a 1/2 inch bit of cardboard actually, and rub some yellow oxide along first of all, and then you're going to put in the light side first. So we'll put in the snowy side where the sun's catching it. We're going to have the light coming from the left to right here. Okay, so we just drag that down gently with the cardboard. Wiping off the card occasionally with a rag so you don't make a big mess. And just picking up those high points and just dragging a little bit of liquid white across there. Remember, this is acrylic paint we're using. Then I go into the shadow areas of the snow. I've made a bit of a warm, kind of a grey in a way, a little bit of black, a little bit of warm blue with white, and it's just going in the shadow area, so it's a bluey grey. Don't be too fussy at this point, just think about the contours or the shapes in the mountain range. I put a little bit of yellow oxide in there because these mountains might look a little bit like ones down in maybe central Otago, down the South Island of New Zealand. I've added some little highlights there. Remember, using the old damp rag again, it's amazing what you can do with a damp rag. It'll smooth out a whole lot of things that don't quite look right. Now I'm trying to put in some sort of misty bits with a bit of a white on a rag. It's dried underneath, so I'm just sort of rubbing a bit of white backwards and forwards over the top there, just to sort of mist it up a little bit, make it look a little bit further away. Now I want to put in some sort of strips of tussock grass in the distance, so I'm just putting some yellow oxide against the straight edge with a bristle brush, just going backwards and forwards with the damp rag at the bottom of the line and the bristle brush at the top, so I get a smooth transition at the bottom and then more of a textured top where the top of the grass might be. I'll probably do about 3 of these. When you begin painting a tree, it might be a good idea to work from a real tree or an image of a tree. We're really looking for a dark silhouette of the tree. Use the umber and the black, a little bit of blue, and just start from the trunk, so paint the trunk up on a slight angle and then just fill in the foliage as it comes out from the trunk. I'm adding in some detail now, some of the branches, and I want to go around the outside of the canopy and just make sure that the silhouette has got that kind of broken edge right around the outside of the silhouette. Make sure the trunk is slightly wider at the bottom than the top, and just go around the edge and just add in a little bit of detail. Right, once you've got the silhouette looking fairly accurate, we're ready to start doing the detail on the foliage, and we want to use the 3-tone rule. So the dark silhouette is the dark tone. Then we want to mix up a mid-tone green, bearing in mind that when we put the green over the top of the dark, it will dry a little darker. A mid-tone green, and we go around and we make little circular dots with the paint. Make sure you load up the end of the bristles of the brush with enough paint to do a nice circular dot. We want to go around all these little clumps or canopies with these circular dots of mid-tone green. Now you can add a bit more detail on the trunk, so a bit of light on the left hand side of the trunk, and when I've filled in all of the mid-tone green dots, now I've started to add the light green. So we just want the light green little circular dots just on the left hand side of each little individual canopy or clump. Kind of imagine like it's a whole lot of raspberries or blackberries joined together, and we'd make the left hand side of those, and the top of those clumps, lighter. Now you can keep adding light as long as you don't make it look too chalky, so don't go too light. Now I've begun to do the grass. We want to put in a kind of a rough mid-tone of where the grass is going to go, and then I've smoothed it out a little bit with a damp rag. Make sure the front of the grass is a little darker. Now I've started painting the blades of grass, first of all using a dark tone, burnt umber and black, and I'm using a liner brush. And we're just keeping the paint reasonably thin, painting each individual blade. Now I'm going back over the top of the dark with a light tone, so it would be almost as if the grass had folded over at the top, or bits of the grass lying over the top. So we cover the whole of the area we want grass with the dark tones first, then we go back over with the light tones. Try not to make it too uniform, the pattern. Grass looks better if it's a regular stroke. Some of them are curved, some of them go across at a right angle, some of them will go vertical, some of them will go horizontal. I've gone back in again with some darker bits and done some curves over the top, so you can go backwards and forwards with dark and light until you fill up an area that looks like swampy grassland near the tree. Ka kite tamariki.